Good morning. Good to be with you again. Today we come to the chapter in Concise Theology about apostles. And the subtitle is Jesus' Representatives Exercised His Authority. I'm reading a book currently a friend gave me called The Beatles, the Bible, and Bottega Bay. And it's by a gentleman named Ken Mansfield, who was chosen in 1967 to be the manager of the Apple brand for the Beatles. And he is brought into their inner circle because he was a young executive with Capital, which was Apple was a subsidiary of. And so because he was 27 and most of the people at the record labels were older, white-haired gentlemen, the Beatles brought him into their inner circle. And so the book actually goes from stories of the years when he was in charge of Apple Records from probably 68 onward, maybe to 71. And then to his experience of the Bible, because he obviously became a devout Christian and talks a lot about his love for God in the book. And then Bottega Bay, which is, I'm gathering, where he lives and kind of communes with God through nature out on the West Coast. I tell you that story because it's difficult to imagine being chosen by the Beatles to be in the inner circle of what they were a part of in the 60s. I read a scene last night where they were about to do the Hollywood Bowl events, and Ken was brought into the area of LA where they were staying and just hung out with them. And so, he was just brought in and became quite close friends with all of them, and I think maintaining his friendship with Ringo Starr through the years. That's exactly what it was like to be a disciple, if you think about it. Not that they were brought into stardom, because Jesus wasn't a rock star, at least not in the sense that he was a rock and roll person. He certainly was the ultimate rock star, or as we're saying these days, the ultimate greatest of all time. But at the time, he was seen as a wandering, itinerant rabbi with a band of followers. And these 12 were chosen by him to be brought in, to be brought close, to then carry his message, because that's what an apostle is, someone who brings as a representative the message of the one who they are representing, much like Ken did for the Beatles. Their apostleship was unique. There are no apostles today. The apostles brought an authority because of their appointment by Jesus, just like Jesus was appointed by the Father, and the 12 were appointed by Jesus to bring his message in an authoritative way that no one can ever match today, because now the Scripture is our authority. We do have something very strong in common with the early apostles and with someone to be chosen to be brought into the Beatles' inner circle, and that is you and I have been chosen to be brought into the inner circle of God, to be his children, and to represent him. So while we are thinking about apostles today, let's remember that we share much with them, because God has said, I want you to be part of my inner circle. I want you to represent me in the world. It is a great honor and a great privilege to be invited in such a way by such a great king.